trying to keep it a little happy, and our holder, Ken Walters, was kind of making a comment about, hey, didn't you guys find my quarter down there? So they were trying to keep it kind of stress-free if you could.
Snap, ball down, kick is up. Patriots! And it's a mob scene on the snowy field of Foxborough.
I know you might not like the term team of destiny, but something is happening here.
I do feel like we're a team of destiny. If you look at some of the injuries that we've had, you look at the 0-2 start, but you look at the decisions that Bill made, and all of them have worked out. And you look at the Oakland game, maybe we are a team of destiny.
As a kid, you must have imagined a game like last Saturday, but now are you thinking, is there some dream in your head of how it's going to be at Heinz Field to go on to the Super Bowl?
Yeah, I mean, you grow up, watching these games on TV, and I was talking with my dad, and we said, God, Dad, remember we used to, plan our days around games like these, and now we're a part of them. And, it's just, it's one of those things you think about, and you say, wow, we come a long way.
Told me the greatest play is the one Adam Vinatieri didn't make. On 4th down in overtime at the Raider 28, Bill Belichick asked Vinatieri, can you kick another 45-yarder? Vinatieri said, no, the risk is too great. I need a few more yards. Well, with that honesty, Belichick signaled to Tom Brady, we're going for 1st down. Sometimes destiny is in the details. Deion, Tom Brady is poised, he's efficient. He might need a little magic today.
Magic, he's going to need more than magic, because Tom Brady, my question is, can you handle the blitz? The Steelers will certainly blitz you. Yeah, you're going to hit the check downs, meaning the backs and the tight ends out of the backfield. But the Steelers' #1 defense, they can tackle well. You're going to have to go downfield deep to Troy Brown and David Patt.
There's 2 keys to this football game for New England. The first one is confuse the quarterback. Give Cordell as many different looks as you can and put pressure on him. The other side is simple. You better protect that quarterback or you're going to be in big trouble.
Hey, Mike, New England's biggest nightmare in this game is not the Pittsburgh defense. It isn't Cordell Stewart. It's Russ Grimm, the offensive line coach of the Pittsburgh Steelers. I think has done the best job of any new assistant in the league this year, and his offensive line can control and take this game over.
Adam Vinatieri and Chris Brown come under extra scrutiny here at Heinz Field. The ever-swirling winds have menaced many a kicker, and Jerry Glanville's down on the field to tell us why. Jerry?
I'm down at the south end, which is the open end of the stadium. This is where all the kickers miss their field goals. And what he's doing, he's ignoring the American flag because it always shows the wrong direction. Adam Vinatieri will not look at the flags above the goalpost. He's going to try to kick 6 inches inside the left upright. That's his key. If you go to Chris Brown is going to try to kick to the American flag. Has a different viewpoint on how to make it down there. By the way, Chris Brown missed here in pregame warm-up, and Adam Vinatieri has put the ball right through the uprights.
Vinatieri, by the way, did not miss all season on the road. 12 for 12. He's a cousin of Evel Knievel. I wouldn't be surprised to see him kick one over all 11 Steelers at the end of this game. It's like a field goal game, I think, Leslie.
That's destiny.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Coming up next on the NFL Today, we'll look at the prize behind the steel curtain that could be Pittsburgh's ticket to New Orleans.
We've heard about the Steelers' awesome defense, but next we're about to check out this offense.
He's into the end zone for the Steeler touchdown.
Wow.
Staples congratulates Coach Dick Geron of the Chicago Bears for his outstanding season.
I gratefully accept this award from Staples on behalf of the entire Chicago Bears organization, with particular thanks to our football team and our coaching staff. Thank you very much.
Staples and the National Football League donated $25,000 on behalf of Coach Geron to the Children's Memorial Hospital in Chicago for brain tumor research in honor of this prestigious award.
Dennis, listen, got a little advertising opportunity for you, Pally. Foot powder.
Yeah, foot powder, right. Forget about it.
Well, before you say that, it's a truckload of money.
Sam, I don't do commercials, period.
Hey, you're preaching to the choir. I told them that.
Know why I don't do commercials?
Why's that, pal?
Because they're dishonest. They lie.
Boy, that's strong language.
I'm supposed to peddle some product I don't even use. Forget about it. I'm not going to do it.
I wouldn't let you do it.
You better believe it.
Where you look, where you laugh, where you love with all you have. There ain't nothing about you that don't do something for me. The way you kiss, the way you cry, the way you move when you walk by. There ain't nothing about you that don't do something for me.
Hey, where are you off to?
Some conference in Cleveland.
Oh yeah, who with?
With Cooper.
Cooper.
Who's naughty on this plane?
This guy.
How much do you make?
Drink. Because it's not as much as I make, I'll tell you that much right now.
Sort by shortest flights. Another way Expedia makes it easy to find the trip you're looking for.
Expedia.com. Listen up. We brought in a very special consultant to help us with our fundamentals.
This is a triangle.
Triangle.
What's this?
Triangle.
What's this?
Triangle.
What's this?
The bill.
What'd that cost?
It's $4 million.
And he's not going to stick around to see if it works?
If you're in the NFL, you have one goal.
The dance that everybody wants to be at. You have to understand, as a kid, this is what I always wanted to do.
That Super Bowl trophy, you got to go out there and you got to take it.
It's what we've been talking about. It's what we've been working for.
I want to win one.
We're going to do the Super Bowl. We're going to the Super Bowl.
You get that swagger about yourself. You'll be remembered as a champion, to stand on top.
And when it's all said and done, that's really what it's about.
This is a homecoming of sorts for New England cornerback Ty Law, who grew up in nearby Aliquippa, Mike Ditka's hometown. But in this city of many bridges, Law burned quite a few of them this week with his remarks that questioned the heart of the Steelers' receivers. We welcome you back to the NFL Today on this Championship Sunday in Pittsburgh. The Steelers boast the best defense in the league, but don't sell their offense short. Dion, you met with the game breakers for the Steelers, who, believe it or not, third-ranked offensively in the entire league. That's overlooked by a lot of people.
Led by Cordell Stewart. I wanted to look in the eyes. You know the eyes, Jim, tell you a lot about a man.
What did you see?
But I played against the Steelers offense last year, and to be completely candid, I must tell you I wasn't impressed. But this year, with pretty much the same players, it's been a whole new ball game. So I just had to sit down with a few of them and found out why.
What happened from last year to this year?
I think for us, I mean, it was probably the development of these two guys and this guy, because last year we were still pounding the ball, we were running the ball. I mean, I finished up over 1,300.
Right.
But these guys didn't finish up with over 1,000. So it made for a different strategy when the defenses came in to defend us. Mm-hmm. You know, this guy, you know, is totally different, you know.
Explain.
Well, I mean, it's just plain and simple. I mean, I'm just playing to my strengths right now. Last year, Plaxico can tell you, Hines can tell you the same thing. We weren't playing to our strength.
Banks and banks of humming machinery. I've never seen so many knobs.
So I'm sitting up there with a full course meal. Who's the appetizer? Who's the dessert? Who's the entree? And who's the salad?
The appetizer would be Cordell running the football, because he's not going to give you a whole lot of it, but he's going to give you a taste of it. You know what I'm saying? Just a touch bit. Just a touch bit.
Now we got the salad.
And the salad, I mean, I'd say we get it going in terms of running game. So that's the first course, not really the salad, but the first course, because we're going to pound you, and then you got to make a decision. And then that's when these two guys and this guy here take over.
So that's the entree.
That's the entree. They finish you off.
So what's the dessert?
A win. That would have to be the sweet. That's the sweetest of it all. Getting the W. That has to be.
All the way to Bourbon Street.
When you go out there and say our defense attack people, we want you to look at our offense and say they get after people too.
As wideouts, we're asked to do a lot of blocking to help Jerome.
And that's your thing.
I love it, man.
That's your thing.
I love it. I mean, that's one less guy Jerome has to think about. Bob Plaxico and I going in there and getting strong.
But you even got your boy blocking.
I got him.
I mean, I don't get after like Hines does. I don't take that physical approach that he does, because, I mean, Hines going there, dropping dudes. Well, that weigh 30, 40 pounds more than him. I mean, I just get my job done. I ain't got to knock you down, run on top of you, but, you know, as long as 36 running outside of me and make a break inside out, my job is done.
I came out here and talked to Cordell last week. The bus looked me in the eye, hyped me all up. The bus broke down, man.
The bus ain't break down, I think.
The bus
it was
broke
some mechanical
down.
failures.
Yeah.
It wasn't, the bus didn't break down. It was some mechanical failures that kept him from getting on the road. But those have since been shored up.
So you got a nice mechanic this time.
Oh yeah, you can rest assured. You can rest assured. Right now,
the bus been sitting on bricks for what, 6 weeks now?
The bus ready to ride.
But for us to get to where we have to go, the ultimate goal, we do need Jerome to be in the game.
That's what I wanted to hear.
I mean, regardless of, you know, we won games without him. For us to make it to the ultimate goal, to what we set the year out for, we need this guy to be in there because he is what Pittsburgh Steelers is all about.
Now, hear what I tell you, fans. Hines Ward has a point, but the Steelers have proven over the last 6 games that they don't really need to ride the bus in order to win, and that's the sure sign that they are indeed a much improved offensive team.
All right, Deion, hear what I say. With all that offensive insight you have with the Steelers, you get the first pick. On IBM, I bet you didn't know who will be the AFC team in the Super Bowl.
Tom Brady. And the Brady Bunch are having a wonderful season, but I've just been informed by Sean McMahon, the CBS Sports president, that this will be the final episode of the Brady Bunch.
I got to go with Pittsburgh. I'm a Pittsburgh guy, but I hope it doesn't come down to a Chris Brown field goal, believe me.
I'm going to go with the New England Patriots. They're so scared of this Pittsburgh defense, they're prepared to throw the ball about 60 times. They're going to keep everybody in and protect and get it down the field.
Well, I want you to watch one guy on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Hines Ward is going to be moved back to quarterback, run a sweep, but then he's going to throw the football like he did at the University of Georgia. A halfback pass, a big play by Hines Ward.
You called something just like that in the Super Bowl. And by the way, those Brady specials and reunions are still out there. You never know. We'll be right back in Pittsburgh.
Now you can fly Southwest Airlines for just $39 to $99 each way when you purchase by January 28th. So get packing.
You are now free to move about the country.
Pizza, the staple of the American male. Oftentimes served dangerously hot.
Thanks. Okay.
To cool it, they use an age-old technique known as the reverse blow. The Rolling Rock continues the cooling process.
It's good.
Rolling Rock beer. Grab a rock.
His name is Henry, Clay Henry. He's a fireman and a Jarrett fan from Subway. He got real big on burgers and fries. Now he's down to a smaller size. Gets his might from his Veggie Delight. Great taste each day from his local Subway. He's Henry, Clay Henry.
With exercise and a diet including Subway's 7 delicious sandwiches with 6 grams of fat or less, people like Clay Henry are inspirations for everyone.
Subway, eat fresh.
Proud sponsor of the American Heart Association's Heart Walk.
At a moment like this, you don't want to depend on bargain brake parts. So have your brakes checked every year and ask for premium quality Raybestos brand brakes. They're tested and certified for your safety. A life-saving reminder from Raybestos, the best in brakes.
CBS Super Friday kicks off with Super Bowl's greatest commercials. Then the smash hit first Monday. And it's the live Super Bowl concert bash. It's all CBS Super Friday.
The NFL Today is sponsored by Southwest Airlines, proud sponsor of the NFL and official airline of Super Bowl 36. Nextel, how business gets done. And by Raybestos, the best in brakes, certified for your safety.
Glorious scene here in Pittsburgh as we welcome you back to this special championship edition of the NFL Today. Game time approaching for the Patriots and the Steelers. And right now, let's go to the Heinz Field. Public address announcer Randy Cosgrove.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, to honor America, today's national anthem will be sung by one of Pittsburgh's hometown heroes. Please welcome to Heinz Field, Pittsburgh's own Donnie Iris.
See by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Donnie Iris!
The 111th Fighter Wing from Willow Grove Air Station in Horsham, Pennsylvania. There is so much energy in this arena. It's almost hard to describe. What are the players feeling right now, Dion?
They hyped up. They just want to get their last hit to go ahead and do this thing. They can't wait to get that first hit. Somebody going to hit them in the face, or they're going to hit somebody in the face, and then they're ready.
You know, it's moments like this, folks, that I can be reminded why I love this game so much. I lived playing games like this.
Well, I'm with you all the way. I wish y'all could be sitting here, but you got the next best thing. You're on CBS, and I got goosebumps. Wow.
Bill Cowher said that he told Cordell, is there any place you'd rather be? He's coming down the runway right now. The AFC Championship game straight ahead. We'll see at halftime. Enjoy it all on CBS.
Was the FBI's legendary J. Edgar Hoover part of a conspiracy to put an innocent man in prison and let a guilty man go free? 60 Minutes tonight.
More Americans watch CBS than any other network.
Totally new Nissan Altima.
Go crazy for the famous flame-broiled flavor of El Pollo Loco. And with any 8, 10, or 12-piece meal, get another large side free. El Pollo Loco, when you're crazy for chicken.
Tell me, when will you be mine? Tell me, cuando, cuando, cuando we can share a love divine. Please don't make me wait again. When will you say yes to me?
It's never gonna fly. He'll never do it. Absolutely no deal. No deal. Ron, baby, how are you?
How you doing?
Good. Nice.
Oh, this is Candy, my niece.
Enchanté. That's French.
So let's do lunch. Oh, and congrats on the new picture. I hear it's gonna be a big hit. Big hit.
Around here, things aren't always what you'd expect. Like the Mercedes-Benz C-Class. It costs a lot less than you'd think and comes with free scheduled maintenance.
The NFL on CBS 2 is sponsored in part locally by Mercedes-Benz.
CBS Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
For 6 months, there has been but one goal, one dream, the Super Bowl. Most never get to live that dream, but the players on display today are so close, they can taste it.
First and 10 Steelers, they give to the bus off the right side. The bus is gone! Touchdown, New England. Here they come. He's hit it, sack. 35-30, 25-20, going all the way. Touchdown, Pittsburgh!
The Pittsburgh Steelers are no strangers to postseason glory. The terrible towels signal the charge as Bill Cowher has his team primed for a run at a 5th Super Bowl title. Last week, they dismantled the defending champions, dominating with power and speed worthy of the Steelers of old.
Throws it down the field, clicks is open, he's got it. He's into the end zone for the Steeler touchdown.
The New England Patriots' magical season survived the winter wonderland that was Foxborough last week. Trailing late, the Patriots fought both the Raiders and the elements, led by quarterback Tom Brady. And a call steeped in controversy sent a 6th-year kicker center stage.
Kick is up. We're going to the AFC Championship game.
2 AFC teams remain, but only one can survive. The Patriots, the Steelers. The AFC Championship game is next. The battle for AFC supremacy, so hotly contested these last 2 weeks, will be decided here today. From Heinz Field for the AFC Championship, the New England Patriots and the Pittsburgh Steelers. In its inaugural season, Heinz Field is extended to the limit. Its inhabitants have waved the terrible towels in triumph and have basked in the glow of a glorious Steeler run. And now the intruders from New England present the final hurdle. Hi, everyone. Welcome to Pittsburgh. Along with my partner, Phil Simms, I'm Greg Gumbel. Yeah, the Patriots do provide a formidable challenge here today, and anyone who watched Tom Brady's performance in the snow last weekend knows the young New England quarterback can deliver.
Well, what a good job by Tom Brady last week. Pressure situation in a playoff game for the first time. He delivered, got him to the championship game. This week, he's going to face a different kind of pressure. Pressure from the Pittsburgh Steelers, blitzing defense. How will he handle it? And the big key for Tom Brady today, make sure you get rid of the football. Do not take the sacks.
Now, the Pittsburgh offense has had a number of spark plugs this season, but the guy sparking most efficiently has been quarterback Cordell Stewart.
Yeah, Cordell Stewart has been the spark plug for this team. He's just played with so much more confidence this year. Very patient, knowing when to run the football, when to throw it. When he does throw it, he makes good decisions. The key for Cordell Stewart today, the Patriots want to make him win the game throwing the football. Will he make those good decisions?
So the question of the day, will it be the Pittsburgh Steelers, the AFC's most dominant team all season long, or the Patriots who arrive on the wings of a 7-game winning streak? With the AFC Championship at stake, one of these teams, 60 minutes from New Orleans. Our kickoff is next.
Sometimes the highly developed male will communicate via hand signals. We have the next game of billiards. Spot on. Would you care for another rolling rock? A rock would be splendid.
You want to play doubles?
Yeah, sure.
Correction, make that 4 rocks. Well played. I'm excited. Me too.
Rolling Rock beer. Grab a rock.
Wendy's hot and juicy classic double with cheese is made fresh right when you order it, so it tastes better. Wendy's, it's hamburger bliss.
It's a familiar scenario for Pittsburgh fans. The Steelers are hosting the AFC title game for the 4th time in 8 years. On our sidelines today, Armin Katayan and Bonnie Bernstein. Armin is with New England head coach Bill Belichick. Armin.
Coach, how critical is it that you control Cordell Stewart today in some sense of what you want to do defensively to stop him?
Well, that'll be a big key for us. We need to keep him in the pocket and not let him make a lot of loose plays with his legs. Force him to stand back there and throw. It's a lot easier said than done, but that's what we need to try to do.
All right, Coach, thank you. Let's go over to Bonnie.
Cordell, Bill Belichick said one of the keys is containing you in the pocket. How do you try to create opportunities today against the Patriots?
Well, just continue doing what I've been doing all year, not trying to do too much more, not worrying about that, but being concerned about putting my team in position to make some plays and try to get some points on the board. And if they stop me, they got to worry about Jerome, he's back, and everybody else. So it's not just me, it's my whole team.
All right, Cordell, thanks. Greg?
Bonnie, Armin, thank you. A beautiful day in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Sun is shining, a bit breezy down on the field. We'll see how that affects play, particularly the kicking game. The Patriots have won the toss, and they've elected to receive. Are you ready?
Oh, I'm ready. Very excited. The fans were sitting in their seats about 30 minutes before kickoff, waving those towels, and it's just a great atmosphere for a football game.
Chris Brown will kick it away. Patrick Pass is deep for the Patriots along with J.R. Redmond. And the AFC Championship game is underway. 5 yards deep into the end zone. Patrick Pass will not run it out. And New England will have the ball first down at their own 20-yard line as you look at young Tom Brady. 12-3 as a starting quarterback since he came on early in the season in relief of Drew Bledsoe.
Well, Tom Brady's going to have to get over those butterflies early today. The Patriots are going to come out, throwing the football, get rid of it. That's what he said the key is for him. Don't take the sacks and look for the football to go down the field early and often.
The Patriots begin with an I formation behind Brady. Movement up front. Penalty markers fly. This play doesn't count, although Brady completes the pass over the middle.
Well, right away, what happened?
Before the ball was snapped, false start. New England, number 72. 5-yard penalty still, first down.
Well, we saw it right from the start. The New England offensive line, they got to identify who is going to be the blitzer on each play. That's the key for them.
The rookie, Matt Light, jumped first. In the backfield, Antoine Smith and Mark Edwards. Troy Brown and David Patton, the wide receivers, and Rod Rutledge is the tight end. And Brady spreads the field on 1st and 15 from the 15-yard line.
Boy, how about this? Championship game. 5 wide receivers for the first play.
Brady pulls it down and goes down. Aaron Smith, number 91, led the charge. The Steelers run the 3-4 defense. It is Smith and Kimo von Oelhoffen on the outside with the great rookie Casey Hampton in the middle.
They run the 3-4 because of this, Greg. John Fiala starting today for Earl Holmes, but they have 4 really good linebackers.
In the secondary, Chad Scott and Dwayne Washington are the corners. Alexander and Flowers are the safeties. There's Tim Lewis, defensive coordinator for the number 1 ranked defense in the NFL on the year. Brady gives, and straight ahead is Antoine Smith for very little.
Well, Tom Brady made a nice decision on his first pass. He looked down the field, 5 wide receivers. The Patriots picked up the blitz wonderfully, but nobody was open, so pull the football down, don't make the big turnover early, and just wait till you get into the flow of the football game.
Sacks are nothing new for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Their 55 quarterback sacks led the NFL, and there's the man who has to figure a way around them, the offensive coordinator of the Patriots, Charlie White. Brady on 3rd and 18. Quick pass to the side, and the screen is complete, and Troy Brown out across the 25 to about the 27-yard line. He'll still be about 3 yards shy of a first down. Mike Jones made the stop, and onto the field will come the punting unit.
Well, that's a big play, Greg. It gives them better field position. It makes you feel better about your offense, and also now they know what they're dealing with out here in the crowd noise. The crowd noise was the biggest factor against the Patriots offense that time.
Troy Edwards standing back at his own 30 for the Steelers for the kick from Ken Walter. Left-footed Walter floats it high, and Edwards drifting back. It bounces at the 25-yard line, takes a Steeler bounce, and rolls out of bounds at about the 27. 46-yard kick and no return, and onto the field comes Cordell Stewart, who has had an absolute superb season as the quarterback of the Steelers.
Yeah, what a turnaround for Cordell Stewart. Last year, nobody wanted him here in town. This year, he's played very, very good from the start all the way through the season. Very composed, and the big deal for him, always look for him to run the football early, because Bill Cowher says that takes away the nerves. It makes him feel like he's part of the football game.
Jerome Bettis in the backfield for the first time in 7 weeks. And the bus gets his first handoff. Squirms forward to about the 29 or 30-yard line and pick up 2. It'll be 2nd and 8.
One of the most underpublicized units in the league, the Steelers' offensive line. It might be the best in the NFL.
In the backfield, along with Jerome Bettis, is John Whitman. Burris and Hines Ward, terrific wide receivers, and Jeremy Tooman is the tight end. And Jerome Bettis, after 1 carry, comes to the side, and there are 4 wide receivers in for the Steelers now on 2nd down. From the shotgun, Stewart throws, and that's incomplete, intended for Plexico Burris, trying to hit him on the back shoulder, and it'll be 3rd and 8. The New England defense. Hamilton, Mitchell, rookie Richard Seymour, Anthony Pleasant up front.
When you look at New England's linebackers, the question is, can they stand in there and take the pounding by the running game of the Steelers?
On the corners, Ty Law and Otis Smith, the safeties, to Bucky Jones and Lawyer Malloy. And Romeo Crennel is the man who runs the Patriot defense.
This is what the Patriots want, 3rd and long, so they can give Cordell Stewart a lot of different looks. And here comes the blitz.
Stewart has time, throws, incomplete at the 40-yard line, intended for Hines Ward, who slipped as he tried to make the catch, and so it'll be a 3 and out for the Steelers.
Well, both teams did a very good job of picking up the blitz. New England comes with 2 extra blitzers. They get them all at the line of scrimmage. Cordell Stewart, plenty of time to throw it. Both of his throws were off lines. That's just nerves starting out in a big game.
Troy Brown drifting back to the 20-yard line. Nice move at the 30. And reaches the 45-yard line. Troy Brown, the NFL's leading punt returner, with a 25-yard return as we take our first time out.
Now you can fly Southwest Airlines for just $39 to $99 each way when you purchase by January 28th. So get packing.
You are now free to move about the country.
Make this.
Lease a 2002 Saturn SL1 for $202 a month.
Dennis, got a great
great deal for you. You sitting down? A potato chip ad, $1 million.
Not interested.
Dennis, I just talked to the chip people, and because you're you, they say $2 million.
What did I just say, Sam?
No, I know, right, sorry. I got them up to 2.5 mil, and there's no eating of the chips. You look at them.
For the last time, I don't do ads, all right?
No, you shouldn't.
And that's final.
That I know, you're right.
Done.
Exactly. I'll tell them, maybe.
As you look at Tom Brady's incredible second half numbers from last week's game, Tom Brady was as relaxed a young quarterback as you could possibly imagine when we talked with him yesterday. Fine field position for New England at their own 45. Brady on the move, throws over the middle, in and out of the hands of his intended receiver, J.R. Redmond.
Well, Greg, you were right when you're talking about Tom Brady. I looked at him yesterday when we were talking to him. I said, Tom, you guys cannot run the football against the Steelers defense. And what did he? Looked at me, gave me a little smile, and he goes, I guess that just means we're going to have to throw it. He's excited about it. But what we've seen here early, physically, they're picking up the blitz, they're getting in the right positions, but they are not keeping the pass rushers out long enough for Tom Brady.
On 2nd and 10, Antoine Smith straight ahead for a couple, pulls his way to about the 48-yard line. As we talked to Tom Brady about that comeback that was made in the second half in the snowstorm last week, he said when we were trailing by 10 with 9 minutes to play, everything that is supposed to kick in at that time of the game kicked in perfectly.
Yeah, it did. They had to have about 10 different things go right for him, and all 10 went their way. That's why they won the game in overtime. But again, the Steeler defense, you watch it on film, you think you can do certain things against it, then you line up against them, and you go, oh man, they're a lot better in person than it looked on film.
3rd and 7. And a whistle and a flag, and this play will not count, although Brady will unload it anyway.
Before the ball was snapped, false start, New England, number 63. 5-yard penalty, and it's still 3rd down.
That time it was right guard Joe Andruzzi, and we've seen a couple of signs of a few jitters and tightness already today.
Well, there's got to be. First off, especially from New England, crowd noise is huge because they can't hear the quarterback. But you're playing a defense that's fast, you know it's good athletically, and they move around a lot. So everything is working against the New England offensive line here in the start of the game.
Brady and the Patriots facing a 3rd and 12 and need the Pittsburgh 45 for a first down. And our first
You were going to say our first conference of the day. There you go. Well, they want to know, hey, how was last night? Was it a good night? Did you have good food? See, they're nervous too. Big game. Championship.
Well, they've got it talked out.
Please reset the clock to 11:44. 11:44 on the clock.
So we'll add 4 more seconds to the game clock. Make up. 3rd and 12. New England winners of 7 straight, 9 of their last 10 games. J.R. Redmond is the lone back alongside Brady. No blitz this time. The pass over the middle is complete. Redmond spinning at midfield and goes down and is a good 5 yards shy of first down yardage.
Well, the Steelers, they know it's 3rd and long, so they're going to play safe defense. They're going to make Tom Brady throw the football short. And when you do that against the Steeler defense, they're very good running to the football and excellent tacklers.
Troy Edwards standing back at his own 20-yard line, awaiting the kick from Ken Walter. Bouncing inside the 15 and grabbed at the 12-yard line and going down at the hands of Gerard Cherry. So excellent defensive positioning for the Patriots. 10:35 to play in the first.
Every Saturday, I get together and play football with the guys. But this Saturday, I had to take a time out.
Hey, Steve, you okay?
It's my throat. It's all dry.
Hey, mine too. I think I got just what you guys need. Come on.
It was a good thing Brad was there. He explained that we were thirsty, and he gave us ice-cold Bud Lights. He told us that by drinking the Bud Light, parched feeling would go away. You know what? He was right.
For the great taste that won't fill you up and never lets you down, make it a Bud Light.
It responds to the power of your voice. It lets you focus on the road ahead.
OnStar Personal Calling.
Call Commissioner Gordon. With the safety of hands-free dialing, you can concentrate on more important things, like driving. Gordon here. I'm on my way. You could win a walk-on part in the next Batman movie or an OnStar-equipped vehicle. Go to OnStar.com.
The brain basically has two sides. The right side, which is the pizza side, or the left side, which is the sandwich side. Thanks to the revolutionary new Pizzone from Pizza Hut, the conflict between the two sides is over. Finito. No mas. Because the Pizzone is the pizza you eat like a sandwich. It's mozzarella cheese and tantalizing toppings. Sandwich calzone style. 51 cubic inches of perfection. So big, we dare you to eat it alone. $5.99 or have a Pizzone party. 2 for $10.99. The Pizzone revolution. Only at Pizza Hut. Join us.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Southwest Airlines, proud sponsor of the NFL and official airline of Super Bowl 36. Open the Small Business Network. New tools for a small business economy from American Express. And by Dr. Pepper and your local Dr. Pepper butler. Be you, nothing's better. Dr. Pepper.
Welcome back to Pittsburgh. 10 minutes, 35 seconds to play in a scoreless first quarter. Neither team has been able to get anything going offensively as Cordell Stewart brings the Steelers to the line. Bettis and Whitman in the backfield. And a pitch for Bettis, and Bettis wrapped up inside the 10-yard line. Willie McGinnis was first to him, and let's check in with Bonnie Bernstein. Bonnie.
Well, Greg, Jerome Bettis says that botched painkiller injection was almost a blessing in disguise this week. His running, his cutting, his burst, much better than last week. But one thing he did, he went back and looked at all 225 of his runs this year. He said, I looked at my footwork, I looked at the way I ran. I just kind of wanted to relive all those moments to try to ward off some of that dreaded rust.
All right, Bonnie, he has 2 carries for 0 yardage. He lost 2 on that play. It's a 2nd and 12. Stewart to throw. Far side, incomplete, penalty markers fly. Otis Smith with the coverage on Plexico Burris. Now, in talking with the New England cornerbacks yesterday, they both said they're going to play tough and up close.
You think so? We talked to Otis Smith and Ty Law yesterday together, and Greg, you were sitting about 3 feet away from him.
Pass interference, New England, number 45. The ball is placed at the spot of the foul, first down.
Well, let's watch the replay real quick. Twice Cordell Stewart's had this throw. That time Otis Smith contact as Plexico Burris goes up to try to catch it. But Greg, they were so fired up, so upset, and so determined to do a good job today. They made you move back about 3 feet because they were ready to hit you.
Stewart, the screen on first down. Bettis on the move, and Bettis out across the 35-yard line. 12 yards and another first down.
Well, when you're too aggressive going to the quarterback, what happens to you is this. Cordell Stewart going back, it's a screen. The pass rushers in a hurry to get there. Roman Pfeiffer, a linebacker on the blitz. That leaves nobody out there to tackle Jerome Bettis. And what did Jerome Bettis tell us? He says, early in the game, I'm just going to have to look somebody up and get some contact. We got a good lick right there.
First down, Pittsburgh at their own 37. Bettis will try the right side this time as penalty markers fly. And Bettis is down at about the line of scrimmage. Teddy Bruschi the first to reach him. No gain on the play, and let's check the flag.
I think the umpire threw the flag, Greg. Usually this is a very unusual call.
Here's Ed Hockley.
Illegal hands to the face. New England, number 91. It's a 5-yard penalty and an automatic first down.
That's defensive end Bobby Hamilton.
Yeah, Bobby Hamilton probably just trying to get good explosion against an offensive lineman. Lets the hands go to the face, and that's pretty easy to spot when you do that.
Second New England penalty on this drive. Bettis with a breather on the side.
Well, when you've been out 7 weeks, do not expect Jerome Bettis to carry the football 25 to 30 times today.
Stewart, quick drop, quick pass, incomplete. Intended for tight end Jeremy Tooman, and middle linebacker Teddy Bruschi was there.
Well, what they had this time, New England being aggressive early in the game, especially on defense. Teddy Bruschi on the coverage, but one of the corners, Otis Smith, was on a blitz. Nice coverage by Bruschi against Tooman.
Teddy Bruschi has had a terrific season for Bill Belichick. A couple of sacks, a couple of interceptions.
Greg, that time Ty Law was on a blitz.
Stewart lost the football. The pile up at the 39-yard line.
Third down.
And it appears that the Steelers recover.
Well, when this happens, I can just hear all the coaches up in the booth going, my gosh, ever since training camp, we've been working, but those things, these mistakes can happen, especially there's Mike Mularkey, offensive coordinator for the Steelers. You're nervous, you're trying to identify defense, you got to play on where you got to really take a chance to block somebody from the center position, makes a bad snap.
3rd and 13 now for Stewart, who operates out of the shotgun, and here comes the blitz. Gets it away, passes incomplete through the hands of Chris Fuamatu Ma'afala.
Well, the New England defense, I said it, what they want to do, and they're doing it too, Greg. They are showing everything. It's 3rd and long, no safe defense here. Look at the linebackers, 1 from that side, 2, 6 people coming. Pretty good pickup, but look at the hit. Roman Pfeiffer gets a nice lick on Cordell Stewart.
The kick toward the sideline, and Troy Brown grabs it and runs out of bounds at the 15-yard line. Nice kick by Josh Miller of the Steelers, 46 yards.
Not everything can be as good as the original, but Diet Dr. Pepper is. Diet Dr. Pepper tastes more like regular Dr. Pepper.
They are the pistons. They are the bearings. They are the spark plugs. Small business is the engine that drives the economy. Because the future of business is small business, we created Open, the Small Business Network. New tools, services, and savings for a small business economy. From American Express.
Make this.
Lease a 2002 Saturn SL1 for $202 a month.
For 7 years, no drama has beaten ER until CSI came along. See why it's the most watched drama of the season. CBS Thursday, one of CSI's own.
Who is this?
Is held hostage in a bizarre kidnapping. Now she's the one leaving clues behind.
If she wants to get us a message, she will.
All new CSI, CBS Thursday.
Tonight on CBS, Max Bickford gets a wake-up call from his doctor. Now he's on a mission to fight the fat. Oscar winner Richard Dreyfuss stars in an all-new education of Max Bickford tonight here on CBS, America's most watched network. That's what New England has done on his first 2 possessions. J.R. Redmond in the backfield and Brady to throw on first down once again. Waits, and then throws it away. His intended receiver, David Patton, to the near side. And on offense, they are not hesitating once they grab the football, are they?
No, they're not, Greg. You know, the one thing, though, remember what Bill Belichick said. We know we can figure out the blitzes. We can get people in position to block them. But they're worried about what's going physically as they go to the hurry-up offense, because you cannot duplicate the skill and the speed of the Steelers' defensive players in practice.
Going with the no huddle, and Brady throws over the middle and complete across the 25 and out to the 30 is Troy Brown.
And that's where
there's a late penalty marker flying in from deep in the secondary.
Sorry, Greg. So that's where they want to throw the football to Troy Brown, and I'll show you why here in 1 second.
Conference number 2 of the day on the far side of the field.
Greg, why they want to throw it to Troy Brown? They're going to play him inside. That puts a safety on him. Lee Flowers, Troy Brown, tremendous season.
There was no face mask foul on the and was on the helmet but did not pull the mask. The play results in a first down.
All right, good explanation. Let's look at the catch. Troy Brown, here he is against Lee Flowers. Nice little move to the outside, just enough. Create space, catches it, and then protect the football against a swarming defense.
First down of the day, and there you see what was the possible penalty and was decided it wasn't. Quick pass, and that's complete to Troy Brown to about the 35-yard line.
Yeah, good shot by that, Greg. Just a hand on the helmet and a good conference by the officials to get the call right.
And once again, the Patriots go without a huddle. Remember, neither team has crossed midfield so far today.
You know, I was close. I said the Patriots going to come out during the week and be conservative, and here they come, just letting it go. Another blitz.
This time, Brady pulls it down and then falls at the 36-yard line, so he picked up a yard on the play. John Fiala with the stop, and now the Patriots are looking at a 3rd and 4.
I think when we met with the coaches yesterday and Bill Belichick was telling us what they're going to do, I was like, oh, my, you're kidding. But that's what happens when you get in big games. Don't be afraid to try to win the game. Don't be concerned, oh, if we make a mistake, make the plays.
Here comes another blitz pass over the middle, and fighting for first down yardage is Jermaine Wiggins, and he didn't get there. The spot is going to come up about a half yard short of a first down.
Well, another blitz, and the Patriots again just getting somebody on every blitzer. This time, John Fiala comes in. Look at J.R. Redmond come across the formation, make a nice block against Kendrell Bell. But again, good tackling down the field.
And we're going to have a measurement here. And as we talk to Bill Belichick, we're saying, well, what are you going to do about all those blitzers? And basically, Coach was saying, well, I'm not going to let them come unimpeded, Phil.
He was a little insulted that we said that to him, and it's about a foot short, and I think they'll punt the football here. And I'm probably thinking wrong.
As you say that, number 44, Mark Edwards, comes onto the field on 4th and 1, and Tom Brady's still out there. The Patriots are going to go for it.
And let me go on record quick here. I really disagree with this. Field position is too important. You've had a really good start to the game if you're the Patriots. You withstood Pittsburgh's initial onslaught on defense and offense.
You see New England's numbers on 4th down. Antoine Smith, Mark Edwards in the backfield. And now Brady calls timeout.
Well, that makes sense.
Hoping to pull the defense offside. It didn't happen. Running out of time. The punting unit will be on the field when we come back.
Some people have a passion for driving. One such person is engineer Chris Marr. For the all-new GMC Yukon XL Denali, Chris and the team paired a 320 horsepower V8 to full-time all-wheel drive for a mix of power and agility found in no other SUV. To quote Chris, who says you can't teach a big dog new tricks? Introducing the GMC Yukon XL Denali.
Madonna immobile, qual piuma al vento, muta da cento, e di pensiero.
Singular wireless nationwide plans. No roaming or long distance charges, plus 3,000 night and weekend bonus minutes.
Muta da
Think of e-business as a game. You got players, you got management. You got opponents who don't always play by the rules. This game takes strategy and the ability to move that metaphorical ball that is information with more money on the line than in any other game that's ever been played. E-business isn't just a game, it's the game. So if you're going to play, play to win.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Bud Light. For the great taste that won't fill you up and never let you down, make it a Bud Light. And by GMC. From professional-grade people come professional-grade SUVs.
As we come back to play, Phil, is it preferable to burn a timeout there rather than taking the 5-yard penalty?
Yeah, it is, Greg. You play field position to the max in the first half. You waste the timeouts in the first half. You save them in the second.
Troy Edwards is deep. What a kick. What a kick by Ken Walter. And this one will bounce at the 5 and take a sidewards bounce and is down just inside the 10-yard line. 52-yard punt by Ken Walter of the Patriots. Just a reminder, Saturday, February 9th, join the NFL's biggest stars for the 2002 Pro Bowl. Tom Brady, Cordell Stewart, Kurt Warner, Marshall Faulk among those expected. We ask you to check your local listings.
Let me rephrase that. You use your timeouts freely in the first half. You can serve them in the second half because you need them in case you're trying to win the game late.
You waste them in extreme circumstances.
Yeah, waste is not a good word when you're talking about this game.
Well, Pittsburgh has had the worst of the field position battle so far. Bettis and Whitman in the backfield now as Cordell Stewart operates from his own 9-yard line. The pitch for Bettis, trying to turn the corner. Doesn't get there. Ted Johnson led the charge, and he's dropped back at his own 6-yard line, a loss of 3.
Greg, there is no doubt Jerome Bettis is not as fast and as powerful as we've seen him in the past. This time, trying to decide where to go. Well, maybe he's just not as quick and powerful because there are no holes to run in yet so far.
You know, we talked with Jerome on Friday, and he was adamant as he comes to the sideline, adamant about saying he wasn't going to be missing anything.
Yeah, you know what? Again, just like the Patriots offense getting ready for Pittsburgh's defense, practice speed and game speed, no matter how hard you try, they're different.
Amos Zeraway is onto the field now on 2nd and 13. Stewart fakes the pass, almost gets wrapped up in his own end zone and makes it out to about the 2 or 3 yard line. A loss of 4 on the play, and it's 3rd and 17. And so far, the only pass that Cordell Stewart has completed was a 5-yard screen pass to Bettis.
Well, this is the fake screen left. Sweep right with the quarterback, but the problem was it was against the blitz, and Bobby Hamilton, number 91, had him in the end zone. Cordell Stewart, Greg, you said it. He's big, he's strong, hard to bring down sometimes just one-on-one.
Oh, how many times did we hear the Patriots say yesterday, he's more than a quarterback, he's another running back in the game.
Well, you said while watching him warm up, he's 20 pounds from a linebacker. But he has very strong legs, helped him get out of trouble.
Out of his own end zone, pass this side to a wide-open Zeraway to the 10, to the 11. And that'll be well short of a first down. Mike Vrabel made the stop after a 9-yard pickup, and the Steelers forced a kick.
Well, patience. I tell you, the one thing I like, both teams on offense showing some patience, not gambling. To the other side, there's good defenses when you get to the championship game. And the Patriots, Greg, are doing everything defensively, making it difficult for the Steelers offense.
Outside of that near heart attack that you had on 4th and 1, everything's been pretty stable. Josh Miller's line drive kick, and that one takes a Steeler bounce, and what a punt. That one all the way down and inside the 25-yard line. Good for a 64-yard kick, but there's a penalty marker down.
Troy Brown should have caught the football and stepped out of bounds. Instead, he lets it go, hits in, and rolls another 15 to 20 yards. And it's against New England. There we go.
Nope, it's against Pittsburgh. Bill Cowher saying, Ed, talk to me.
Well, Bill Cowher knows what a wonderful change of field position he got out of that, and now I don't think you have to ask the Patriots. They're going to want you to re-kick it.
Oh, they're not likely to get another kick of that nature.
Pittsburgh, number 81, went out of bounds without being pushed out of bounds, which is a 5-yard penalty. Repeat, 4th down.
Yes, it is. Troy Edwards, number 81, on the outside. He runs outside, out of bounds, not pushed by Terrell Buckley, and he didn't get back in quick enough either, probably. But you're allowed to go out of bounds. If you get pushed, just make sure you get back in as fast as possible. Boy, big break for the New England Patriots here.
So now Josh Miller will have to kick it again, and he's back at the end of the end zone.
Wow, that's the first time I've heard the crowd quiet today.
What a change. I'm thinking, what a change of scenery for these New England Patriots from last Saturday night in Foxborough, but we've experienced the same change.
It is incredible. Now, the other thing, too, as we got ready for this game today, the Steelers very concerned about the punt returns by the New England Patriots, and the Patriots think they have a decided advantage in special teams, especially with their punt return team.
See how Miller does with this one.
Down the middle.
Troy Brown from the 45 to the 40 to the 30. Brown to the 15 to the 5. Touchdown!
Bill Cowher, they've been kicking to the sidelines. The kick before was to the sidelines. They kick it right down the middle. They give all the options to Troy Brown and to the New England Patriots, and they take advantage of it. Right down the middle. Watch Troy Brown. Little hesitation, and then right up the middle, and such a big hole. Nice job of just staying out of the way of the tackles. Good blocking downfield. Boy, Terrell Buckley, terrific job of blocking, and that's what they wanted. A special teams scoring opportunity. They got it.
The second punt return touchdown allowed by the Steelers in 2 weeks. Jermaine Lewis did it for the Ravens last week. Vinatieri for the extra point. And it's good. Bill Cowher could not have been more explicit. We don't want Troy Brown bringing punts back right up the middle. He did.
They all laughed at Christopher Columbus when he said the world was round. They all laughed when Edison recorded sound.
So who is Motor Trend's 2002 Sport Utility of the Year? The GMC Envoy. Those who say America can't compete don't take test drives. We are professional grade.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Who's got the last laugh now?
Love playing around with stuff? Then get into Best Buy, where you can play around as long as you'd like. Actually, that's half the fun. Best Buy. Go ahead, turn on the fun.
So your competition is very high, and we want you to get the jobs.
Of all the things that a small business builds, creates, produces, the most important may be opportunity. Because small business is about creating opportunity, we created one for them. Open, the Small Business Network. New tools, services, and savings for a small business economy. From American Express.
How beautiful is Pebble Beach?
Oh, I bet it's brutal. With the ocean, the wind, the rain.
You know what scares me the most?
The 18th hole.
Bill Murray.
The AT&T Pebble Beach National Pro-Am's on CBS.
You gotta get it.
Yeah.
55-yard punt return by Troy Brown. has the New England Patriots on top with 3:42 to play in the first quarter.
Well, there's a reason why they gave up a punt return last week and won this week. Bill Cowher really getting on the officials. I don't know if it's for the penalty call or he thought some of his players were being held during the return, but we saw a lot of replays. I saw no holding there.
Bill Cowher is totally upset. Troy Brown returned 2 punts for touchdowns during the regular season, an 85-yarder against Cleveland, 68 yards against the Carolina Panthers.
Well, when we get a chance to show you the replay, you're going to see why they've given up touchdowns in the return game the last 2 weeks. Now, you know, when New England coming here, scoring first is a tremendous pressure just taken off of them now. Now you can play. You got a little freedom. You can afford a mistake if it happens, and it just makes players and coaches be a little more creative and loose.
This is Troy Edwards at the 10. The 20. And down at about the 23 or 24-yard line by Fred Coleman. Let's go back to the touchdown.
Yeah, let's look at it. I want to show you some good blocks. Watch Troy Brown in the middle of the field. I want to say, look at the blocks. There's no blocks. It's just Troy Brown making a nice run up the middle. Pittsburgh just out of position in the punt game, but watch Troy Edwards.
Troy Edwards is the one who ran out of bounds, committed the penalty. He never got off the line of scrimmage on the re-kick.
What a job by the Patriots. That time it was Terrell Buckley was doing it, and so was Antoine Harris.
First down, Pittsburgh from their own 24. Stewart throws out in the flat, and that is complete to Kreider, the fullback. The New England Patriots, when you say they lead here, consider that entire game against the Raiders, they never led until it was over.
Well, you know, you look at this game today, Greg, we've talked about the New England defense, some of the things they want to try to do, but this Pittsburgh offense, they were really counting on one fact, the fact that their offensive line can overpower New England's defensive line, and they could run the football, and when you do that, everything opens up for the Steelers offense.
Stewart, under pressure, gets away, right up the middle, to the 40, 45, midfield, and one man to beat. Can't beat Otis Smith, and he's run out of bounds. 34 yards for Cordell Stewart and a big first down.
Well, that's what the defense of New England, they got the perfect play on again to stop it. But Cordell Stewart, he avoided a safety. Look at the blitz. Here it comes. Nowhere to go. Breaks a tackle. Just gets away from another one. And then Lawyer Malloy, no chance in the middle of the field. Cordell Stewart can run just like a running back in situations like that. Nice blocking down the field by Jermaine Tooman.
All of a sudden, the Steelers in New England territory. Pass to the far side, and that one is complete. And Hines Ward inside the 35-yard line, and appears to be a little hitting on the far side of the field, doesn't it?
Ooh, a little. Everybody's running, trying to get some licks in. Jerome Bettis in the backfield actually became almost a lead blocker after the ball was caught. He ran down there so fast.
Hines Ward with his first catch of the day, a 4-yard gain. The line of scrimmage is the 34, and it's 2nd and 6.
Well, the way you stop a running quarterback is you blitz him. In other words, you just cover the whole front of him, where when he wants to run, there's nowhere to go. The Patriots just a little out of position. Cordell Stewart took advantage of it.
The give is to Bettis. You know, we've heard so much about this confrontation with Ty Law, and we asked Ty Law about his alleged comments, and he said, you know, nothing could be further from the truth. It was a fabrication by some writer. He said, they're very much like we are. They like to hit people in the mouth. We like to hit people in the mouth. And he said it came out that I said, we're going to go up there and hit him in the mouth.
Yeah, he was, besides feeling like they're getting no chance to win the game, he was pretty upset over those comments that were printed, and he let us know that yesterday when we talked to him. Another blitz.
From shotgun on 3rd and 5. The pass is complete inside the 30, inside the 25 to Bobby Shaw, and a first down for the Steelers.
Well, we showed you On the other side, Troy Brown going against the safety and Lee Flowers. This time you got Bobby Shaw, wide receiver, going against Tabucky Jones, who is a safety. He faked inside when he broke outside. Look how wide open he is. And again, the Steelers' offensive line and the running backs doing a good job of picking up the blitzers.
Coming down to the final moments of the first quarter here, Bettis and Kreider in the backfield. And the fake, the pass out to the side, that's complete to the tight end, Cushing. And Cushing inside the 15-yard line and very close to another first down. Mike Vrabel with the stop. So as time winds down in the first quarter, the Steelers trail by 7, but they're on the move. That's the end of one. New England 7, the Steelers nothing, and we're coming back to Heinz Field for more right after this.
Make this.
Lease a 2002 Saturn SL1 for $202 a month.
So, what exactly are we up against?
These guys are bad.
Bad as in good?
No, bad as in evil. They lie. They cheat. They don't play by the rules.
What do we do?
2 words. Defense.
The best defense is a good defense.
His name is Henry, Clay Henry. He's a fireman and a Jared fan from Subway. He got real big on burgers and fries. Now he's down to a smaller size. Gets his might from his veggie delight. Great taste each day from his local Subway. He's Henry, Clay Henry.
With exercise and a diet including Subway's 7 delicious sandwiches with 6 grams of fat or less, people like Clay Henry are inspirations for everyone.
Subway, eat fresh.
Proud sponsor of the American Heart Association's Heart Walk.
This man admits killing his girlfriend, but he'll never go to prison for it.
We were outwitted by a psychopath.
Will there be justice for Brenda? 48 Hours, Monday.
The New York Times says Dave's by far the best of the late-night hosts. And Time, Rolling Stone, and Entertainment Weekly say The Late Show is one of TV's finest. Don't miss the Emmy-winning Late Show, Monday.
On Super Bowl Sunday, you can vote for the game's MVP. Your vote counts toward deciding the winner. Log on to SuperBowl.com or America Online keyword SuperBowl.com.
Now, you know, I have been just burning up the computer the last couple of weeks for all the people out there. I never use it. Greg makes fun of me because he lives on it because he has no life. But just kidding, partner. But look at Pittsburgh's red zone off all the first 3 possessions, 29 yards. 60-some yards on this possession.
Cordell Stewart has completed 5 straight passes, and he's thrown in a 34-yard run for good measure. First down from the 13. Bettis pulls across the 10 to the 9-yard line. Pick up a 4, and it's 2nd and 6.
Yeah, when you look at Pittsburgh's offense, they're not that good in the red zone. They kick a lot of field goals. 29th in the National Football League. The Patriots very good, but it really doesn't make sense to me. I understand Pittsburgh's ahead. Sometimes they go for the field goals, but when you got a mobile quarterback, good wide receivers, a creative game plan, and good running backs, you should be one of the best inside the 20-yard line scoring touchdowns.
On the other side of the ball, the New England Patriots have been outstanding in the red zone defensively as Stewart dancing around and goes down at the 11-yard line. We specifically talked with Bill Belichick about his red zone defense.
Oh, he said, hey, look, he looks at me and laughs like I know it inside out because he coached for the Giants for so many years. And Cordell having trouble with the snaps so far today. But Bill Belichick says the key to our defense is we just take away some of the easy plays that the offense wants to do. We make them, we'll give them throws, but it's going to be the throws way outside to the sidelines, and most teams are not willing to try it once they're going in to try to score.
Play clock is down to 5. as Stewart and the Steelers look at 3rd and 8. Pulls it down, and now Stewart is on the move. Penalty marker down, throw into the end zone is incomplete. Let's check the flag.
Usually when a quarterback moves like that, yep, it's going to be a hold because the offensive lineman's going, hey, what's going on here? He's wondering why the defensive lineman just takes off and runs away from him.
Holding Pittsburgh, number 77. The penalty is declined. Brings up 4th down.
So that's Marvell Smith, the second-year tackle, and that'll bring Chris Brown and the field goal unit on. And to say that things have been adventurous here at Heinz Field for place kicker Chris Brown is an understatement. He's missed 14 field goals on the season, 10 at home, and 1 last week in the postseason. And this south end of the field is the trouble spot as far as the wind is concerned. From 30 yards out, he hit that one hard and he hit it straight. Who do you think is happier, Bill Cowher or Chris Brown? 7-3, Patriots lead.
From soldiers to prisoners.
Over 2,000 of your allies had just entered my camp.
There's an escape going to take place. 35 men go under the wire.
From prisoners.
You know where those Russians go? Munitions plant. I need to take out that target.
To heroes.
As long as my son knows everything's okay.
Bruce Willis.
One man will not be sacrificed, and that's the way it has to be.
Heart's War. Rated R. February 15th at theaters everywhere.
There's a light in your soul that says you're one of a kind. Don't never let it go. Be original, an individual, yeah, like Dr. Pepper. Be you, do what you do. Dr. Pepper. Be you, do what you do.
Be sure to pick up Garth's new album, Scarecrow, wherever great music is sold.
They're the ones who say, you're always right. They say they're not happy until you are. Because small business is about a higher level of customer service. We created a higher level for them. Open, the small business network. New tools, services and savings for a small business economy. From American Express.
Real viewers like you are raving about CBS's The Agency, calling it captivating, compelling, a fascinating insight into the intriguing world of the CIA.
Leave me alone! This agency will not hide from its duty.
Thursday, the war on terrorism.
Been shooting at the main gate.
Comes to the CIA's front door.
What in God's name has happened?
A powerful, all-new agency, CBS Thursday.
This is Tom Brady of the New England Patriots. The men and women protecting our country are America's true heroes, today and every day. Thank you.
Thank you, Tom Brady. And each week we add our wishes as well. You know, Chris Brown, that field goal was all the more miraculous because as he was warming up, Jerry Glanville was all over him out on the field.
Oh, it was. I thought Chris Brown should have just lined up and kicked one at him because he was watching every kick, analyzing it, and just, you know, he kicked it very well during warm-ups.
From the 13-yard line, this is Patrick Pass to the 30 and over the 30 to about the 33-yard line and brought down by Lindsey Jackson, and we check in with Armin.
Greg, it's really no surprise what Troy Brown has done today or set a team record with 101 receptions this year, because when you talk to him, the words like persistency, consistency, and hard work come up time and time again. It really dates back to his days as a teenager in South Carolina, where he used to haul watermelons, pick them up 10 to 12 hours a day. Not only strengthened his work ethic, but really developed his strength of his hands. Back to you.
All right, Armin, yeah, that'll explain those arms of his. The 33-yard line, the line of scrimmage. The give is to Antoine Smith, and Antoine Smith to about the 35 and 36-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 7.
You know, Armin talking about Troy Brown. Greg, we talked to him last week, and, you know, it's always nice to see guys like him come in the league, have no chance, just trying to survive, and then like 5 years later, all of a sudden, they're a starting wide receiver. And not only do they start, they're extremely productive, and this year just bears that out. Over 100% receptions.
coming this way now, and across the 35 to the 40 is Antoine Smith. You know, Troy Brown hasn't had a touchdown catch in 6+ consecutive games, but he's had 3 punt returns for touchdowns. On the screen there, boy, he has an ability to weave his way through traffic, which serves him well on those punt returns, just like this one.
Well, you know you've arrived as a wide receiver when the offense finds ways and design plays just for you, and the Patriots do that for Troy Brown.
Brady from the shotgun, quick pass this side, and that is complete and out of bounds to Charles Johnson, number 81.
Well, you know, I keep watching this game. Both defenses being creative, blitzing, but both offenses getting in good position to pick it up. Finally, Tom Brady has time to throw the football to the sideline, finds a wide open receiver against Dwayne Washington.
Charles Johnson with his first reception since the 25th of November.
Charles Johnson, a former first-round draft pick by the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Brady play fakes on first down, steps up and goes deep and has his man wide open and overthrew him. David Patton had beaten his man and just couldn't catch up.
Well, Tom Brady probably had to be a little careful because he's getting ready to get smashed by Jason Gilden. So he throws it in a safe spot, and David Patton, one of the fastest wide receivers you'll see. Well, it was a late hit, really, and it was low. Nice move, but he needed to stick the football in there on a line, but just didn't make the right decision on where to throw it.
2nd and 10. Brady looks back this way and completes it to Redmond. Redmond looking for running room and runs out of room. Is down back to the 41-yard line. Kendrell Bell, the NFL Defensive Rookie of the Year, heads him for a 6-yard loss.
Well, Tom Brady limping just a little bit from that hit because you could see his ankle turn on the play before. But the one thing, Greg, last week we saw, I think, at least 10 screen plays by the New England Patriots. That might be all of them we're going to see today. The Patriots knew Pittsburgh was too good on defense, too fast, and they knew they'd be working on them all week too, so not going to try too many of them.
Steeler fans on their feet on 3rd and 16. Brady steps up over the middle, complete inside the 40-yard line to Troy Brown, and that's enough for a first down, and the Steelers are saying incomplete.
What a throw by Tom Brady, and terrific protection allows him to get the time to throw the ball down the middle to Troy Brown. Jason Gilden on Troy Brown, not a good matchup.
And now here comes the red marker. It means Bill Cowher wants to challenge this call.
Well, we could not see from that angle.
Pittsburgh is challenging the ruling on the field that it was a completed pass.
So we go into replay mode for the first time today.
Pretty big replay, too.
We didn't have any good thing because we didn't have any big ones last week, did we?
No, we didn't. No such thing as a little one you get in the playoffs. Troy Brown has possession, turns, hand is under the football. It comes out, but it's after he hits the ground. Let's look at it again. This is not going to be a good angle because we lose sight of the football.
Let's try this one. Check where Troy Brown's hands are when he goes down to the ground.
I got to get down here because of sunlight. Hand is underneath the football. Is that how you see it, Greg?
I'm going to say that's a catch. And it's going to be a very unpopular decision here in Pittsburgh.
Now, you know, they did kind of change this rule a little bit a couple years ago. If you remember when the Tampa Bay Buccaneers were playing the St. Louis Rams in a championship game, it used to be the ball, even if you had control, it couldn't hit the ground first. But that's not the case in this play.
Well, Ed Hockley is going to take a good long look. We're 10:26 to play in the first half.
Yeah, it's pretty tight, and it's going to be how he interprets the rule. He has to have total control of the football once he hits the ground. Elbows on the ground. Elbow hit the ground. He had control of the football when his elbow hit the ground. Let's look at that one more time.
Well, Ed Hockley has made his decision.
A body part. See, I didn't recognize it the first time. Watch. He catches it. Total control. Elbow hits the ground. You're down. Complete pass. I haven't got one of these right all year. This one I'm going to get right. Everybody's laughing at me.
After reviewing the play, the receiver never had complete control of the ball. The ball hit the ground. Therefore, the pass was incomplete. The ball will go back, and it is 3rd and 15 on the 42-yard line. We'll put 8 seconds back on the clock. Please reset the clock.
Let's watch it again. Does he have control of it?
I thought he did.
Well, you got to be on the ground to have control.
But, yeah.
And regardless what it is, Greg, you have to remain in control of the football even after you hit the ground.
Well, how unusual for us to be in the middle of a questionable replay call.
Well, that's a tough call.
Yeah.
Now Ed Hockley is going to explain it to Bill Belichick.
Meanwhile, that wipes out what would have been a 19-yard gain and a New England first down.
So the key there, even though it looked like he had control, even after he hit the ground, he has to keep it in his control at all times.
And you know, the Patriots, despite leading this game 7-3, have yet to cross over into Steeler territory on offense today. So number 13 is Ken Walter, and he will get this kick away once the officials have finished discussing matters.
Well, Ed Hockley is going to go back. I think they're going to.
We're just checking to be sure we've got the correct spot. We're not changing the ruling.
Let's go see either the time or the yard line.
Well, as they take a look at that, you'd have to say that the New England Patriots have to be happy with the way this game has gone so far.
Oh, they got to be ecstatic. They were just hoping to hang in there. I think even on offense, Greg, they're starting to find protecting a little better and what they can do throwing the football down the field.
Well, the Patriots told us that Tom Brady said we worked on protection a lot this week, and the Steelers have not quite created the havoc in the backfield the way they did a week ago against the Baltimore Ravens. That's Troy Edwards standing at his own 15-yard line. Off the side of his foot and out of bounds, and this is going to be the worst punt of the day for Ken Walter. 10:27 to play. Great field position when we come back to Pittsburgh.
Listen to the game. AM and PM, we got something new.
The new Egg Witch Muffin Sandwich. Egg, Canadian-style bacon and cheese, just 99 cents.
BKNBB, something new for you.
And for later on, the new King Supreme. More beef than a Big Mac, with saucier sauce, always flame broiled, never fried.
Every night and day, BB&B can let you have it your way.
Listen up. We brought in a very special consultant to help us with our fundamentals.
This is a triangle.
Triangle.
What's this?
Triangle.
What's this?
Triangle. What's this?
The bill.
What'd that cost?
$4 million.
And he's not going to stick around to see if it works?
Is that supposed to be fun?
Introducing a vehicle designed for your adventures in reality. The all-new, more powerful CR-V from Honda.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Burger King, home of the Whopper. The all-new Honda CR-V, a vehicle designed for your adventures in reality. And by IBM. E-business is the game. Play to win.
On a beautiful day in Pittsburgh, not a beautiful punt by Ken Walter. His previous punt was 52 yards. This last one just 18 yards and gives Pittsburgh possession at their own 40-yard line. Jerome Bettis, Dan Kreider in the backfield behind Cordell Stewart.
Gonna go long.
Stewart going deep down this side for Hines Ward. Oh, what a catch. Did he come down inbounds? The official says no.
Cordell was faking like he was going to go out and they were going to snap it to the running back. He walked back underneath the center because they run that play a lot. Trying to catch New England off guard, throws it down the field.
Well, one official said no, and now they're talking about it.
Hines Ward gets the push off, hits the ground. Did not, looks like, now that time it didn't look like he had control of the football as he goes down.
As he slid across the end line, up to the outside line.
Oh, that's dark. But Greg, the last play, I thought he had control as his elbow hit the ground, but Ed Hockley said no. He didn't have total control of it.
Well, they're still discussing it on the field.
Receiver's body hit inbounds before he went out of bounds. Therefore, it's a completed catch. First down.
All right, let's watch Bill Belichick on the other side. He already has that flag in his hand, and here it comes.
Good throw, too. 20 yards. But if any body part, just like the other replay, if he'd have had control of the football or complete control, when a body part hits the ground, you are down. Let's look at it again. I thought Hines Ward got just a little bit of a push off. What a catch by him, though.
And the question is, does he have control here as he hits the ground?
Well, you know I'm going to be wrong.
I figure I'll just wait and hear what you have to say, and then I'll go the other way.
I wanted to see the other replay because we're all up here talking about it. I didn't see that football moving.
You could present a pretty good argument that the previous play, there was more control by the receiver than this one. Terrific effort by Hines Ward.
He re-gripped the football, then when he hit it, came out. He re-gripped it too.
So Ed Hockley continues to take a look.
Well, here's Cordell after the throw. Trying to fake him out, trying to get New England to relax. They run a fake where he's always going out to the wide receivers, looking like, hey, what's going on here? And they usually snap it to the running back. So Pittsburgh was hoping New England would think they were running that football play, get them relaxed. Cordell, get under there, take the snap, and go deep.
You know, and Bill Cowher was telling us yesterday, he just delights in these. You know, he runs them so often, you can't really call them trick plays anymore. They're part of the arsenal.
Watch his right hand. Well, there's no doubt when he hits the ground, the ball comes loose.
After reviewing the play, as the receiver hit the ground, the ball was moving in his hands on his chest. He never got possession of the ball again until after his body had touched the ground out of bounds. Therefore, it's an incomplete pass. It brings up second down.
You know what? I was even afraid to give my opinion. But Ed Hockley, let me just say this. Terrific job of explaining to the fans and everybody at home exactly what's going on and
exactly what he saw in the replay and is basing his decision on.
That time you could see as he was going down that he re-gripped with his right hand, hit the ground, the football came out. It's funny, we talked about this last night, too.
So it's 2nd and 10 from the 40-yard line. Couple of play fakes, and Stewart with a screen. This is Zeraway. Zeraway, 45, 48-yard line. A pickup of 8, and it'll be 3rd and 2. We remind you, coming up, the Nextel halftime report. Jim Nance and company have first half analysis. Marcus Allen is in St. Louis with a preview of this afternoon's NFC title game between the Eagles and the Rams. We have a special musical performance on tap by Sheryl Crow, all coming up on the Nextel halftime report. Third and 2 for Stewart and the Steelers. To this side, and looking for running room and not finding it is Hines Ward.
Well, Hines Ward, a player, you want to find ways to get the football to him, but New England, they know all these tricks because they run a lot of these same plays. Troy Edwards in motion, trying to get the block on the outside. Hines Ward, look at Ty Law, good position, breaks down, nowhere to go.
I believe just before the snap of the ball, he heard someone yell, shovel pass.
Yes. So
Troy Brown back just inside his own 10-yard line for the kick. The near side of the field and out of bounds. I think Bill Cowher might have made it a point. Josh Miller, please don't kick it to Troy Brown.
The Accord V6 from Honda, designed to give the driver total control. At least that was the original idea.
A chunky quarterback moment. Kurt Warner's mom gave him new Campbell's Chunky Chicken and Dumplings. Filled up right by big chunks of chicken and hearty dumplings, Mom's Little Dumpling did a little damage.
There's life after substance use. If you want one or know someone who does, please call 1-800-662-HELP.
So, set up a department meeting for tomorrow and put in a call to the client. Get them up to speed. Anything else?
Here's a thought. Instead of saving money by not using paper, we could just go to Staples.
Yeah, with Staples 365 savings, they compare prices and back it up with a 110% price match guarantee.
I like that. Jot that down.
Low prices on every item, every day. Staples 365 savings. Yeah, we've got that.
Access SuperBowl.com now on America Online. Get complete playoff coverage and vote for the Super Bowl MVP at AOL keyword SuperBowl.com.
Courage, honor, duty. 3 reasons why JAG is Tuesday's most watched show.
Marine first, lawyer second.
Don't miss JAG, CBS Tuesday.
Hey, Friday on CBS, see why over 28 million viewers have made First Monday TV's newest smash hit series. Don't miss an all-new First Monday, Friday, here on CBS, America's most watched network. First down, the Patriots from their own 22. Looking for running room on the left side is Antoine Smith, and it's just not there.
Well, you know, you've noticed a little bit of a change from the New England Patriots. They were going to come out, force it down the field, really be aggressive, but it's just too dangerous, Greg. It's just too much, too volatile, too many things can go wrong, and they've settled down trying to find some ways to run the football a little, so when they throw the football, maybe Tom Brady can get a little extra time to throw it.
With Troy Brown in motion, Brady will throw. That's complete. And this is Brown. And Brown across the 40 and out to the 42 or 43-yard line.
Boy, every time Tom Brady drops back, if you're the Steelers, just send 3 people to Troy Brown because that's about all he's looking for. They bring him in motion, the only wide receiver out, wide open. And watch this little move. Lee Flowers misses the tackle and lets him get a lot of extra yards.
How's this for how much Tom Brady has relied on Troy Brown? 101 receptions on the regular season, 59 of them for first down. Brady with all kinds of time, throws to the near side. Mark Edwards pulls that one in at the 49-yard line. 7 yards, 2nd and 3.
Now, I'm telling you, Tom Brady waited as long as he could because he was trying to get it down the field to Troy Brown, but he very smart. Don't be too greedy. Take the short pass and get you 7 or 8 yards.
Six rushes, 14 passes. Here's Antoine Smith trying the right side. Across midfield, still on his feet and down to the 47 of the Steelers. Brent Alexander tripped him up, and Antoine Smith battling a sore right leg with a pretty good carry.
Well, you know, when you're making terrific runs and you're getting 3 and 4 yards, you know it's rough out there. Jason Gilden, nice job. Doesn't let him get outside, uses his right shoulder to take on the block, and Antoine Smith breaking the tackles and doing a good job just to pick up the first down.
New England offense in Pittsburgh territory for the first time today. Brady to throw. Out in the flat, Edwards. Edwards cuts it back and comes up short of the 40-yard line. As we come up on 6.5 minutes to play in the first half. Tom Brady and Lawyer Malloy were the two team representatives who came into Pittsburgh early for the press conferences on Friday, and they stayed rather than travel back to New England. Tom Brady telling us, one reporter said, well, gee, you're going to miss the Saturday morning walkthrough. That won't exactly cost you a football game. Straight ahead is Mark Edwards. And Edwards looks to be about 1.5 yards short of the first down.
You know, a lot of times when you watch a football game and running backs have to struggle so much and break tackles and all that stuff just to get a couple yards, it makes me think there's gonna be some fumbles because you're fighting so hard to get those extra yards. You get hit too. The more you fight, the more guys get there to hit on you, and that's what causes the fumble.
Let's see what New England's offense does here on 3rd and short. 2 tight ends on the field. Brady going to keep it. And he appears to have enough for the first down.
That might be the best play you can do. I was going to say, boy, handing the football off to a running back in 3rd and short against the Steelers, I don't know if they can get back to the line of scrimmage quick enough. So, quick count, catch them off guard, let the quarterback pick up the yard. Now, the Patriots really feel like once they get down to this part of the field that they can score with a big play because the Steelers, when you get on their side of the field, do not blitz as much as they do when they have you backed up.
Brady eludes the tackler. No, he goes down at the 47. Jason Gilden kept after him and got it.
Hey, look, you don't get to the AFC Championship game and having the #1 ranked defense in the National Football League by being overzealous, over-pursuing running plays, and Jason Gilden almost fooled because he's such a good athlete, still gets a sack on Tom Brady.
On his way to his 2nd straight Pro Bowl, Gilden registered 12 sacks during the regular season, added another against Baltimore last week.
Hard to trick this defense and get it out of position.
Quick pass out here to Troy Brown. Brown to the 40. Now dragged down at about the 41-yard line. Lee Flowers made the stop. 4:15 to play in the first half.
Now, you know, Greg, go back to that play before. It just took so long. You know, that would have been a tremendous play against about 27 or 28 other defenses in this league. But Pittsburgh, again, they're taught so well by Tim Lewis. They're so disciplined. They do not get out of position for the trick plays.
Brady needs to reach the 26-yard line for a first down. Pass the other way, knocked down and almost intercepted by Jason Gilden.
Last week, twice against the Baltimore Ravens, Pittsburgh linebackers were blocked to the ground, got up and hit the quarterback and caused interceptions. And Jason Gilden try to knock him to the ground. He doesn't go, gets up, and really should have had the interception.
So Ken Walter set to kick it away, and Bobby Shaw is standing at his own 10-yard line.
You got to knock these defenders down twice to get a good play. Sky high. Fair catch called for. Let it bounce at the 1-yard line, and it goes into the end zone. So the line of scrimmage will be the 20-yard line. 40-yard punt, no return. Jason Gilden with a couple of huge defensive plays.
The all-new 200-horsepower Acura RSX.
There's a light in your soul that says you're one of a kind. Don't never let it go. Be original, an individual, yeah, like Dr. Pepper. Be you, do what you do. Dr. Pepper. Be you, do what you do. There's nothing better. Be you, do what you do.
CBS Super Friday kicks off with the funniest and wildest Super Bowl's greatest commercials.
What's that?
With your hosts Mike O'Malley and Liza Snyder from the hit series Yes Dear. Then, don't miss an all-new episode of the super smash hit Supreme Court drama First Monday. And join Deion Sanders, Rollerball, LL Cool J, and Rebecca Romaine Stamos. Plus, live performances by Sting, No Doubt, and Nickelback for the live Super Bowl Bash. It's all on CBS Super Friday.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Open, the Small Business Network. New tools for a small business economy from American Express. And by Dr. Pepper and your local Dr. Pepper butler. Be you, nothing's better. Dr. Pepper.
The statue out front of Art Rooney, the longtime and beloved late owner of the Pittsburgh Steelers. And the son Dan now operating the team and enjoying this trip to the AFC Championship game as much as anyone. 3:39 to play. 14 passes to 9 ground attacks for the Steelers. Zeroué wrapped up by Richard Seymour, the rookie, first-round pick out of Georgia, loss of 1 on the play.
Richard Seymour, the Patriots, the first-round draft pick, like you said, Greg, they've referred to him as like a puppy right now because he's going to grow into one big mean dog as he really learns how to play. Look at the size, and for being that big, playing inside, able to move around, quite a factor when it comes to rushing the passer in certain situations.
On 2nd and 11, Stewart throws far side, incomplete, and a fine defensive play by Ty Law. Hines Ward, the intended receiver. Pittsburgh wide receivers today, just 2 catches for 13 yards, and not one of those receptions has been made by Plexico Burress.
Yeah, Cordell doesn't like anything down the field. He almost wants to move and get out of there under pressure. Ty Law, nice play by him, but really the perfect throw by Cordell Stewart. And isn't it amazing when you can't run the football, how it looks so disjointed for your football team? And the Steelers not able to run it, now just hurts play action, quarterback draws, and all the other plays they use off of it.
Here comes the blitz. Stewart on the run. Brought down across the 15 to the 17-yard line. Willie McGinnis, number 55, tracked him down. And onto the field comes the punting unit. Another fine defensive stand by the New England Patriots.
And if I was the Pittsburgh Steelers, I would keep most of my people in because you know now it's just the rhythm. The New England Patriots are going to blitz you on every 3rd down.
We have a timeout on the field. 2:49 to play. We'll be back to Pittsburgh right after this.
Smirnoff Ice Premium Malt Beverage, reminding you that whatever it takes, never drink and drive.
Patriots called that timeout. They have one remaining and hope to get some good field position out of this kick. Pittsburgh goes through its fourth third and out of the day. Troy Brown is deep. Josh Miller. Get away from Brown. Gets some distance on it and gets it inside the 30-yard line. Oh, Bill Cowher will love that one from his punter. 53-yard kick and no return. And see why CBS Monday is America's best night of comedy, starting with The King of Queens, followed by all new episodes of Yes, Dear, Monday's #1 comedy, Everybody Loves Raymond, and Becker, plus an all-new 48 Hours Monday here on CBS, America's most watched network. You know they're still talking about our appearance on Yes, Dear?
Yeah, sure they are. What are they saying? Those two idiots that couldn't get their lines down? That might be what they're saying. I know one thing. I would never want to be an actor and do a sitcom, because that is some work they do.
Yeah, they do. They work hard.
They put a lot of hours in, and
benefits seem to be good, though.
Oh, yeah, they're not doing it for free. I know that.
2:42 on the clock. The Patriots with the ball at their own 30-yard line and one timeout remaining. They'll also get a stop of the clock at the 2-minute warning. This is J.R. Redmond. And Redmond across the 35 moves the pile to the 36-yard line. Mike Jones, number 51. And both he and John Fiala have filled in on the Steeler defense for Earl Holmes very well so far today.
Yeah, they have. They're both athletic. The Steelers, they just have a lot of good linebackers.
Pass this side to Troy Brown, and if the whistle blows, this play doesn't count.
Before the ball was snapped, start, New England, number 80. 5-yard penalty, it's still second down.
Troy Brown feeling that screen just a little bit before the snap.
Yeah, he moved just before the snap. I don't blame them. As fast as this defense runs to the football, I'd want to get it in my hands as quick as possible, too.
2nd and 9. Brady, that ball is tipped and falls incomplete. Jason Gilden got his hand on the football. And at 1:59, we take our 2-minute warning with New England with the ball and a 7-3 lead.
Today, when a small business decides to expand, they're not just thinking about across the street. Because small business is about finding new ways to grow. We've created a new way to help. Open, the Small Business Network. New tools, services, and savings for a small business economy. From American Express.
Shelly, listen, it's Greg. I'm at the dentist. Yeah, okay. Shelly, I want to come into work. They don't know what I've got. I have a tooth. Scratching, rashing, 24-hour, like, mumps. What else can I have? I am really sick. Both ears gone. Really bad haircut. I'm in traction.
The Acura MDX with torque managing 4-wheel drive.
I was eating waxed fruit this week. No.
Taking the SUV to a place it's never been before.
On the track, no one could stop them. We play, we win. On the street,
It's the promised land.
no one can control them.
Are you insane? It doesn't matter. That's why we get paid.
Rollerball, rated PG-13. Get in the game February 8th.
How beautiful is Pebble Beach? Oh, I bet it's brutal. With the ocean, the wind, the rain. You know what scares me the most? The 18th hole. Bill Murray. The AT&T Pebble Beach National Pro-Am's on CBS. You gotta get it.
A minute 59 till halftime, and then it's the next halftime report. Jim Nantz and company have first half analysis. Marcus Allen in St. Louis with a preview of this afternoon's NFC title game and a special musical performance here at Heinz Field by Sheryl Crow. All coming up on the Nextel halftime report. With Brady and the Patriots want points on the board before the break, they need a first down here on 3rd and 9. Here comes the blitz. Picked up well. The pass wide open in the middle of the field is Troy Brown. Inside the 45 to the 40-yard line and a first down. Brady's pass complete to Brown.
Well, the Patriots guessed right. They left everybody in to protect. You can see Tom Brady on the ground. Walk it off. And here's where you use your last timeout to let your quarterback get healthy. But look at the blitz pickup. Excellent. 2 times today he's been hit low.
That was number 41, Lee Flowers.
You know, you're not allowed to go low on a quarterback, but it looks like Lee Flowers did not have much choice. To get to the quarterback, he had to go low.
You'll remember Brady came up limping earlier from a hit as he dropped back to pass. And Drew Bledsoe has come onto the field. Drew Bledsoe, who left the team in week 2 with a chest injury, and replaced then by Brady. And now Bledsoe with a walk to the far side of the field.
Well, you know, Greg, the fact that Tom Brady is still limping, and probably limping worse, is not a good sign. Watch the hit. And it's just so hard to guess, and I'm not even going to do that. Then both knees really buckle, gets twisted. But sometimes when you get hit like that, you can walk it off, and you can see they're going to be okay. But as he was going towards the bench, he actually started limping more. I think
there is Patriots owner Bob Kraft.
Boy, what a tough spot for Drew Bledsoe. It took Tom Brady, I thought, a long time to get in rhythm and feel the pressure of the defense and start performing well. Drew Bledsoe been on the bench, like you said, Craig, for so long.
And as you take another look, Drew Bledsoe's numbers on the year, he has thrown just 66 passes, completed 40 of them for 400 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. This is a first down. Bledsoe throws, complete at the 25-yard line to David Patton.
What a throw by Drew Bledsoe. Right off the bench, and, well, I'll tell you, Greg, we've watched him practice some, and he hadn't lost anything off of that arm.
16 yards and a first down. First catch of the day by David Patton. Bledsoe on the move now. Heading for the sideline and is whacked out of bounds by Chad Scott. And that's very much the same kind of play that Bledsoe was injured earlier in the season.
It was, and the coaches need to say, hey, Drew, we're down to number 2.
Tom Brady heads off the field, and let's go back and listen to this hit on the sideline. Chad Scott, the fifth-year cornerback out of Maryland, is the one who hit him. Earlier this season, Bledsoe left the premises on a play much like that against the New York Jets. That marked the end of Bledsoe's playing time.
The Pittsburgh tackler left his feet while the quarterback had not yet touched out of bounds. Therefore, it's not a late hit out of bounds. There is no foul for unnecessary roughness.
So Ed Hockley filling us in on why a flag wasn't called.
Greg, we saw the replay, but not only that did he leave his feet, but he hit him when he was still both feet in bounds. And Drew Bledsoe, and I tell this to all quarterbacks, never take a hit like that. Get out of bounds, go to the ground, whatever you can do, because it cost Drew Bledsoe the season, and it's the defenders are just too good, too fast, and too powerful.
And you know, if you're Drew Bledsoe, you're saying to yourself, you know, this sideline hit is getting a little old.
Well, he's coming in, and I just saw him when he came into the game. It wasn't like, oh, I'm in and I've been out all year. He came in, was slapping the players with great enthusiasm right away. He's in a good frame of mind, makes a good throw, and did a good job moving out of the pocket.
2nd and 6. Bledsoe throws this side. That's complete to Patton, and Patton is out of bounds at about the 11. Let's go down to Armin Katsayan. Armin.
Greg, the preliminary report on Tom Brady is it's a lower left leg injury. He's gone to the locker room for observation. Status unknown at this point in time. Back to you.
All right, Armin.
I told you earlier, that time the Steelers, Greg, they've been pressuring. They pressure all the time on defense. They drop back. They gave the Patriot wide receivers room, and Drew Bledsoe makes a good throw to the outside.
Patriots have only scored 3 touchdowns their last 13 trips to the red zone. Bledsoe throwing, corner of the end zone, touchdown! Celebrations in the Patriots executive box. Celebrations around Drew Bledsoe on the field.
Unbelievable. They put all 3 wide receivers to the right. They keep the tight end. They block it all. The Steelers blitz. Troy Brown against Jason Gilden. There's no way. I'm sorry. It was David Patton on the catch. I just figured it was Troy Brown because they throw every pass to him. But good blitz pickup and another good play by Bledsoe.
Vinatieri's kick is good. David Patton has not caught a pass all day from Tom Brady. He just caught 3, including a touchdown pass from Drew Bledsoe. 14-3 pass.
In and out. Good. Keep the victim calm. And 1 and 2 and 3 and...
Okay, there you go. That's over 100 channels, sports, news, digital music. And it's only $31.99 a month.
Just $31.99 a month gets you over 100 channels of DirecTV programming. Feel the joy. DirecTV.
So it was the digital music that... Yeah.
Well, the Patriots, they learned this play from the Baltimore Ravens last week. Watch. Here comes Patton, goes to the inside. Everybody's to the inside trying to cover him. The Ravens had the same exact play. Elvis Gerback waited a little too long to throw it. If you remember, Brandon Stokely didn't get both feet in bounds in the corner of the end zone. The Patriots get Patton a little farther inside, give him more room to work with, and Drew Bledsoe makes a good throw.
How about that man, Drew Bledsoe, coming in, and you couldn't be in the spotlight anymore.
Unbelievable. I tell you, it's got to be so exciting for him to come in and perform that way.
Bledsoe 3 out of 3 for 36 yards in the touchdown. And from the 15-yard line, this is Troy Edwards. Edwards looking for running room, dancing, and dances out of bounds at about the 27-yard line. We remind you, for the best AFC and NFC championship game coverage on the net, including expert analysis and live game centers, go to cbs.sportsline.com or your America Online keyword, CBS Sportsline. Tom Brady going into the locker room with a definite limp.
Actually looks like he's walking a little better now, too, so. Well, that's not good when you see him hop.
So the Steelers with the ball at their own 28-yard line. 50 seconds to play and all 3 of their timeouts. Impressive numbers for New England. Stewart throws, sideline, complete and out of bounds to Troy Edwards.
Stewart's pass is complete to Troy Edwards.
That stops the clock with 45 seconds to play.
Well, of course, what the Steelers would like to do, 3 timeouts, just give themselves a chance at kicking a field goal. And with 45 seconds and all 3 timeouts, Mike Mularkey can do whatever he wants. He could call a running play, and it wouldn't hurt their offense right now.
Behind Ward in motion, Stewart. Here comes the blitz. Picked up, pass over the middle, and that's across midfield and complete to Plexico Burress for 16 yards and a first down.
Well, I was going to say, Greg, is New England going to play it safe on defense? No is the answer. They came with another blitz, picked up wonderfully by the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Timeout is called by the Steelers. That's their first, and it stops the clock with 38 seconds left as you look at Drew Bledsoe on the side.
I think Drew Bledsoe took that hit on his very first throw. He hung in there, and when he did, made the good throw over the top, but he took one underneath.
Well, this is going to be an interesting halftime session for Bill Cowher. I think it's not out of the realm of possibility to think that the Steelers are a little bit shocked here. They go through a 13-3 regular season, and as we said at the top of the day, dismantled the defending champions last week.
Two things that has to make you feel a little disconnected, Greg. They're used to getting to the quarterback with their blitzes, always. Look at the number of sacks they had this year. They're also used to coming out and dominating you physically from their offense against your defense. Today, can't run the football and not getting to the quarterback consistent.
Stewart gets rid of the ball to the 31-yard line, incomplete, intended for Bobby Shaw. 33 seconds to play.
Boy, Cordell Stewart hung in there. Mike Vrabel coming around and just a half a second too late.
Well, the reaction you're getting from the fans is...
Yeah, I did not see the replay. It's on the board. Let's take a look at it.
Under 2 minutes, it's being reviewed automatically upstairs.
Remember, under 2 minutes, the officials upstairs do the reviews.
And the whistle blows before the play is snapped. Paging Mr. Hockley to the camera.
You know, but Bobby Shaw didn't do he wasn't over aggressive that he caught the football, so I just figured he
wasn't upset about the incomplete call.
Let's take a look. Nice throw under pressure by Cordell Stewart. That shot looks like both arms are under the football. It's got to be. Now
we're reviewing the ruling on the field to determine whether the pass was complete.
Wow.